Hello guys and welcome to my channel Lokomia Vlogs. Guys, today we are gonna start a new topic, that is operator. You might have come to know from the thumbnail which you have seen. Guys, today we are gonna discuss in detail about different types of operators and why do we need operators. Okay, so let us start with the topic. Now, guys, if we uh, divide the operator in the main categories, there are three types. One is the binary, one is the binary operator. The next is unary operator, and then the third one is ternary operator. Okay, so these are the three types of operator which we basically have. Okay, okay, okay. Uh now in now what do we mean by binary operator? So binary operator are basically the one which fall basically like the arithmetic operators, relational operators, or we can say about the logical operators, bitwise operators, or assignment operators. So guys, we have many different types of operator inside binary operator. Okay, so we have different types of operator. uh, Now, as I have already mentioned, the broad way is binary operator, second is unary operator, and the third is ternary operator. Cool. Okay. Now, coming to the binary operator, as I have already mentioned, the first type which I have mentioned is arithmetic operators. Okay. First, let me write commenting method. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Now it is good, right? Now the first is binary operator. Okay, guys, this video is gonna be long. Okay, because I am gonna teach you the basic concepts of operators and the even advanced concept as well. This will cover your theoretical as well as a practical as well. Okay, so during your examination, the single video will be equivalent to your 2-3 hours of your hardcore studying. Okay, so it's very like last moment tutorials type. Okay, now inside binary operator, the first one which we have is arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator. Now, by the term arithmetic operator, you can come to know that what are arithmetic operators? The operators like plus, minus, uh, division. Then we have, okay, let me give a comma for better understanding. Okay, we have multiplication, which we denote by star, and division, basically not modulus. Okay, so you know what is you already have studied this all stuff in your maths classes during your 10th standard or 12th standard, whatever it might be. So basically this operator does the same function what basically math does. Okay, if you write 2 plus 2, it will be 4. If you do 2 minus 2, it will be 0. Similar way, if you divide 2 by 2, then it will be 1. 2 into 2 will be 4, and 2 mod of 2 will be 0. Okay, mod means the remainder basically. Okay, so this is the first type of binary operator. Okay, now if we go to the second one is a relational operator. Okay, so now inside relational operator, there are different types such as less than. Okay, these are the relations basically. If we say this is less, if a is less than b, so basically it's a relation, right? We are comparing a with b, and we say that a is less than b, so the quantity which we have at A is smaller. Okay, similarly less than, then we have greater than, we also have less than equal to, we also have greater than equal to. Okay, then we have equal to, or we have not equal to. Okay, now uh okay, let me write the example as well here itself. So this, like, arithmetic basically are like 2 plus 2 is gonna be 4, or 2 minus 2 is gonna be 0, and so on. So I'm not gonna spend so much of time in this arithmetic because you all have done this stuff. Okay, so I will try to reduce the duration of this video as much as possible, but without skipping the main content. Okay, now relational operators are those, like as I have already mentioned, is less than equal to, or less than equal to, or equal to, uh, or not equal to. Okay, now we say that we have a variable, and by the word variable, I am sure that I have gone through my other videos. So variables, you will be coming to know by the word variable what does it mean. Okay, now A is equal to 12. Now another variable we have, B is equal to 11. Okay, now relation we do as A is greater than B. So this is a relation which is basically true. Okay, so which is basically true. Now this relation, we can also say it as A is not equal to B. Okay, let me format the document once. Okay, fine, that is fine. Okay, now what do we mean by A is not equal to B? This statement basically says that the value of A is not equal to. Now there will be some conditions where we need to check whether the statement which I am providing is equal to the other statement which I am defining. Okay, in that condition we use this. Okay, now the use of this will be basically used in if else statement, even for loop as well. Okay, so on the next tutorial we will be coming to know more about relational operators. So for the timing, just understand the relational operators means less than, equal to, greater than, or equal to, etc. Okay, so this is done. Now the third type of uh, binary operator will be the logical ones. Logical operator, I hope you all are making note of it. Okay, so this will be, see, the reason why I'm asking you to make a note, this will reduce your effort of studying, going through a whole bundle of books. This will reduce your whole effort of understanding a particular topic. So just make this note, write this in your exam in your own words, and definitely will be getting marks. Okay, if the question comes that what are different types of operator, then just write it out that there are mainly three types of operators. That is binary operator, second is the unary, and the third is ternary operator. Okay, then give the subclasses. In under binary we have five type of different types of operator, that is arithmetic operators, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, and assignment operators. Fine, so given that way, so it will be helping you in basically reduce your effort as well. Okay, now logical operators, basically when we say logic, it will basically, if you have gone through your electrical subjects, electrical and electronics, you have made gates like AND gates, NOT gates, and NOT, and you have also gone through NOR. Okay, so basically they are logical, right? So AND is one of its type, uh, OR is one of its type. This OR is above the enter key. Okay, just press shift and that key, you'll be getting the OR. You will be also getting NOT. Okay, the one which we write NOT is basically the exclamatory mark. Okay, so even not equal to here sign is exclamatory and equal. Okay, these are the logical. So basically, if you have seen in the logical diagrams, you have seen that there is a input of A and there is a input of B. Now in and we when we say that we have an output of O, okay. Now if A is 1 and B is 1, then we are gonna get output as 1, or if A is 0 or B is 0, then we are gonna get the output as 0, and similar in 0 or 1 we'll be getting 0. Okay, similarly with the case of B, that is here A we have 0, A we have 1 and B we have 0, we'll be getting an output of 0. Okay, so this is the basic logic. Same goes for AND operator as well. Okay, so this is what it follows. Okay, I hope you got my point. And similar goes with the OR operator. Now OR will do the same procedure. It is we have a input of A and another input we have a B, and we have a output of O, for example. Now if we have if A has a value of 1 and B has a value of 0, then also we'll get the output as 1, which means uh, in either of the cases, whether A or B, if any of these conditions is true, then we are gonna get the output as true. For example, me and my friend, okay, we both went in a check gate, and when we need to pay a toll so that we can pass the gate and we can basically go forward basically. Okay, so any of the scenario will work. If I give the cash in my friend, and if my mate don't give the cash, then I'll be allowed to go through the toll gate. Okay, or if my mate give money and if I don't give, then also in that condition it will be marked as true, and we will be allowed to go through the gate. Okay, the only time when we will be not allowed to go will be the case when we both don't deny to give money, and we'll be stuck there. Okay, that is, we don't give money, and if I don't give money and my friend don't give money, and we both don't go. Okay, or else I gave the money, my friend gave the money as well, and I gave the money, then we basically get the condition is true and we go. Okay, so this is one of the example of logical gate. Not means any of the if basically there is a input of A and directly we have a output. Okay, I go to a gate. Okay, I gave the money, but even though I gave the money, uh, if as it is a not gate, it just get reversed. I will not be allowed to go. If I don't pay the money, then I will be allowed to go. Okay, this is the output. So basically these are the conditions of logical operators. Okay, now even bitwise operator as well we have. Bitwise operator, I'll just write it down. I'll Bitwise operators are a bit extensive. It's very uh, deft. It isn't very deft. Okay, so there are different types of bitwise, basically the shift, left shift, right shift as well. So we are not gonna go to that level of what do we say this part. Okay, so because we mostly don't use this bitwise operator. It is in very rare condition we use the bitwise operator. Okay, so the fourth condition is the bitwise operator. Okay, and the types are right shift, we have the left shift, okay, and so on. We also have NOR. Okay, so combination of and sorry, not and or, so NOR we have. Okay, so these are the conditions we have. Now let's come to the assignment operators, the fifth type of operator, that is assignment operator. Okay, this is not good. Okay, now it is fine. Okay, now the different types of assignment operator. By the term assignment, we mean that we are assigning a value to a variable or to someone. Basically variable are those where we can store data. Okay, so the first thing which obviously will come while assigning is equal. Okay, so this is the assignment operator. The next operator is plus equal. Okay, plus equal comes in that manner. It's like if the condition is true, basically if it pass, then it will get add as well, like a plus equal to b, which means a plus b, and a value will be stored in a. Okay, it's in this condition. I'll show you. See, we have a plus equal to b. Okay, which means 12. For example, we in a we have stored as 12, right? 12, this is here itself. 12 plus equal to 11. Now the output which we will be getting is 23. Okay, so this is what it means, plus equal. Okay, similarly we will be having the same operator, that is minus equal, or we will be having multiplication equal, we will be having division equal. Okay, and even we will be having mod equal. Okay, so there are different types of operator, and these are those which comes under the binary operator. Okay, so I hope you got what are the topics that comes under binary operator. Please make a note of it, and these things will be obviously helping you in your examinations. Okay, so do make sure you watch whole video so that none of the concept is been missed. Okay, now the next is unary operator. Unary operator. Okay, and this is the second type. Okay, now what do we mean by unary operator? In unary operator, we use plus plus, plus plus, and minus minus. Okay, now what does unary operator plus plus and minus minus mean? Okay, now if I say 1 plus plus, and if we write the output here, like for example C out, then the result will be 2. We are increasing the value by 1. 1 plus plus means 1 plus plus means 1 is getting added by 1. Okay, so that is the reason we are getting the output as 2. You got my point? Okay, so there are different types of unary operator. One is postfix and one is prefix. The one example which I have given is prefix. Okay, now see, the concept comes here. Listen carefully. We all know that the code is been read from left to right. Okay, now when we do cout and we write 2 plus plus, and if we do plus plus 2, there is a difference. Okay, what is the difference? When we do cout 2 plus plus, it will first of all make 2 plus plus, means it will increase the value of 2 and it will become 3. Okay, now it became 3. Okay, but on the other condition, what does it means? It will first increase the value, then it will get added. You got my point? It is in this way, like here if I just do cout 2, no doubt right now we will be getting a output of we will be getting an output as 3 itself, 3 3, that is 33. Okay, let me put a space in between. Okay, this is fine, I guess. Okay, and run the code. Wait just a minute. Int A is equal to, as we have written it under quotes, it has become it has become string. Okay, let me try one more thing. Hmm. Okay, there is an error. We can't directly declare variables here. Okay, 2. Okay, now let's do a plus plus and do plus plus a. Save it and run it again. What do we got? What have we got? We got 2, then 4. Why have we got 2 and 4? Okay, let's do one thing. In between, let me add uh, a. Okay, and print it now. We have got 2, 3, 4. Can anyone explain why we have got 2, 3, 4? You can just comment it out. Okay, now let me explain it. See, first of all, the value of a is 2. As I have already mentioned, the code goes from left to right. C out means we are printing the statement. Okay, when we have written C out a plus plus means before incrementing, this is postfix. A plus plus means postfix incrementation. Before incrementing only we are printing the value. Now we have printed the value, which means value of a is right now is 2, so we have printed 2. After that, the value of got a got incremented by 1 because it is postfix, right? A we got it printed as uh, a, that is 2, incremented by 1, which became 3. Then right now the value of a is 3. Here we we are just printing out the value of a. Now what will be this value of a? The value of a will be 3, and reason is why a plus plus means 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, that is the reason we have got the value 3. Now can anyone tell why the value here is 4 for this part? Well, if you have said that because it is a prefix incrementation, that is the reason it is 4, then you all are correct. See, till here we know that the value of a is 3. Okay, now till then the cout statement reaches this a, the value of a is been incremented before by 1 itself. Here itself the value of plus plus means it got incremented by 1, and the value till the time it reached this position, it has become plus 1, that is 3 plus 1, which is 4, which is this is the reason why it has become 2, 3 and 4. Quite complex, right? See, just think in this manner that the code is going from left to right. Just see that where the value of a belongs. If the value of a has before plus plus, then it will print the value as it is. Okay, if it is after if it is after plus plus, which means it's gone incremented by 1. Okay, till the time it reaches more plus plus, till the time it is more plus plus, the value will be remaining same. As soon as you have crossed one more plus plus, the value got incremented by plus 1 again. Okay, so 3, 4 and 5. Got my point? Now if I do one thing, that a plus plus, can anyone guess what the output will be? No, I bet the answer will be 4 itself. Reason, a came from a, the first cout a, which takes the value of the initialization, that is 2, plus plus means plus 1, that is 3. So here we don't have in postfix prefix unary operator, so it will be here, it will be 3 itself. Then again we got a plus plus, which means the value of 3 will be getting incremented by 1, which is 4. Now here it came again a, but we don't have a prefix, it became 4. Okay, 4, that is the reason it will come as 4. But if we do a cout again below here, if we write a cout here and print a, it will come as 5. Okay, let's print it out. 2344 should be the answer. Yes, we got 2344. Okay, I hope the concept of this unary operator has been clear. Same goes for minus minus. Okay, so if there is a minus minus here, then it will be 2 minus 1, which will be 1. Then again minus minus here, if we do, then it will be 0 here. Then a again here, then it will be 0. Then again minus minus will be here, then it will be again minus 1, it will be minus 1. Okay, the value will be 2 1 0 0. Fine. Okay, now the third type which I have mentioned is the what we have mentioned. Yes, right, ternary operator, and it is denoted by question mark. Okay, I have wrote the spelling wrong. It will be ternary operator. Now what is ternary operator? See, the ternary operator basically works in that way. Is first of is that we give a statement. Okay, we basically check a statement. First of all, it will be condition, my bad, condition, and check the ternary operator whether the statement is true. If it is true, okay, see, the first of all we will be checking a condition, true or false. If it is true, then then it will be getting the true statement printed, or else we'll be getting the false statement printed. Okay, now let's give an example. Now we have a is equal to b, which is true or false. Now a means, now value of a will be same as a is equal to 12, b is equal to 11. Is it equal? No. We'll first ask the question that whether it is equal, and if it is equal, just print it is equal, or else print it is false. Now what do we see this condition? A is equal to b. Is it true or is it false? Obviously it is false. So which means it will pick up the false part. As I have said, so the second part is false. Okay. Now this is the main overview, the basic, very grassroots level concept of the operators. Okay. These are the operators. Okay, now I hope you got the point. When do we use assignment operator, when do we use logical, or when do we use relational? Okay, so these are different types of operators. Now let's say as a is equal to 12, a is equal to 2, right? Now say int b is equal to 3. Okay, now let us pick an example of this assignment operator. Okay, now a plus equal to b. Okay, now do a cout of a, save it and run the code. What do we expect here? We are expecting 5 here, and we got 5. Okay, let me clear the screen. CLS, this is the shortcut, and print again. We got 5. Now I have already told you, right, that a plus b, a plus is equal to b, means we are adding a plus b. Okay, 2 plus 3, and storing the value itself in a. We don't use any third operator, not operator, third variable. We can do that. This code could be written in this manner as well. Key int c is equal to a, and we can declare c here itself. Okay, and just run the code. What do we got here? 5. Okay, the same thing we can do, but in a sorted manner. So see, there are two types of things which we do basically. uh, one is writing one is basically writing code in a fashionable manner, writing code in more understandable manner, and more short-handed. So writing a plus is equal to b is a shortened manner, storing the value itself in a. Okay, here comes a concept of overloading as well, but we will be learning that in later sessions. Okay, so guys, this is the overall topics of operator. I hope you have understood what I want to convey to you, the main topic of operator. Okay, and if you have gone through the video very neatly, very deeply, then I am very confident that you don't need to refer any other books. Okay, let me give you an example of ternary operator here itself, so that your all doubt has been cleared. Okay, see, the reason why ternary operator I want to give an example is because ternary operator are very widely used in production. When you go for a company, ternary operator will be used in a very vast way. So I see ternary operator is an alternate of if else statement. Now what is if else statement? That if you all know, it's better, or else I'll be making a tutorial on that as well on your upcoming video. No need to worry about it. Okay, now that is the reason I want to give you the knowledge of ternary. See, studying code, doing coding is very only for college is not very mean, or it's not very what, because when because see, the demand, you know, that the demand of engineers are been very vast. Okay, people say that after doing engineering, people just sit down in their homes, they don't do any job, but it's totally false. The reason is the skilled engineers are very less. See, for example, I am recruiting you. I will not see your degree. I will be seeing your skills. Okay, degree is important. This is very true. Degree is very important. Your certification matter. But if you don't have skills, then obviously in one way or other you will be getting stuck. Okay, degree will be helping you in a certain part, in a till a certain point. But later, you would obviously need. You definitely need some technical skills. So I suggest you go through codes, you run codes, you learn shorthand codes, you learn, you practice. Okay, this will be actually helping you in your future. And even obviously if you know to code very well in future, obviously not even future, even in your school, in your colleges, you'll be one of the top student obviously. So there is nothing bad in learning code, right? So see, right now, to make the video more short, I won't go into the one which I think you all need explanation or to that. Okay, so first of all is the binary operator, basically the 2 plus 2 wala funda. Okay, so plus minus wala funda, so I don't think you all need an explanation. Another is relational operator. This one I'll make a tutorial in if else, so let it be. And if else is, and relational is very simple. A is greater than B, yes or no, basically it checks. So basically we use this all in conditional only. A greater than B, if true, then we will be going to test, we will be going under a condition, else you'll be going to the other part. So if else statement, logical, this will be also used in if else as well, in while loop, even in for loop as well. So these are the conditions. We will be having bitwise operator, very rarely used in productions as well. Okay, assignment operator, I have given an example already. Unary also have given explaining depth in unary. Now ternary, let me give an example. Okay, int a, okay, int a is equal to, let me give a condition. If, sorry, no if, just say as 1 is equal to 1, is it true? If it is true, then we will print the value 2, because it is an int. Okay, it will store int. Okay, so that is the reason I'm giving integer value 2. or if it is false, then we will be printing 1. Sorry, we can also go in at 1 and 0. 0 and 1 wala funda. Okay, now see out A and save the code and run it. We expect 1. Yes, we got 1. If 1 is not equal to 2, 1 is not equal to 1, which is obviously false. Okay, now if it is false, then what do we expect to pick up? 0. Okay, so guys, this is the overall tutorial for the operator. Guys, I hope you really like the video. You have really gained some knowledge out of it. Okay, and if you have any doubts, just comment it out. Just comment it out. Any doubts you have, just comment it out. Right now my subscribers are very low. I will be definitely having time to teach you more like a private tutor. I will be very happy to guide you. Okay, anything, if you think that this is something very basic and everyone should know, not an issue. There are so many things even I don't know which are very basic. Okay, so it's nothing same in that. You can just comment it out. And even if you have anything, if you have any, you need any code solutions, if you need approach, see, solutions I might not give you, because giving a solution means giving the answers totally. You won't try. So I will be giving you an approach how to, like, have a way of thinking or how to proceed for that code. I can give you that, not an issue. I will do the best possible way. If you even need any support in your placements questions or even anything, you can just comment it out. I will be there for you. Okay, so hope you like the video. Subscribe my channel if you are very new to my channel. There will be many videos out in different CSE coding subjects, C, C++, Java, JavaScript. Okay, even HTML, CSS, web development as well. So guys, if you like the video, just hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon as well, because you'll be getting notifications of my upcoming videos. Okay, I hope you don't miss that videos at all. So see you in the next video. So next video will be on if else statement and even while, basically different types of loops. Okay, so keep coding, keep learning, and comment it out any doubts you have. Okay, see you soon.